Awesome.
Yeah, what's going on? It says Eddie's small penis mic is not hitting the red too much, so I think you're okay.
Where's that mic? It's
No
not this
clue where
mic.
that mic
Is there another Eddie?
You know what?
Is that what's going on here?
I can turn down the audio on the Mac OS screen capture.
Ah, very nice. It's more just my own ears. I feel like I'm yelling at myself.
I kind of like it. It keeps me at a more neutral podcast volume.
Yeah, makes me want to whisper.
That's what the audience wants.
They want
those smooth
some ASMR
rhymes and those
good times.
Here's the Moose Lounge.
Here's the Moose Lounge.
So what if we just work it in organically?
That's a little better if it's just like very casual. I like it. Maybe we do it like sometimes 20 minutes in. We're just suddenly, and these rocks happen to be smooth rhymes and
good time. Yeah, that's where we get loud. Cheers, brother. We haven't recorded since this is our first in the new year.
In the new year, yeah. No. Last one was like mid-December.
Really?
Yeah.
Even that we posted or that we recorded?
That we recorded.
Wow.
And I haven't posted that one yet. That one's going up soon.
I'm sure our fans. Whoa, the sake is intense.
It's a sake. Sake is basically just like more intense wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? The same strength as wine?
No, it's stronger.
How much strong?
It's like sake will go for like 18 to 25.
Oh, and wine's like 13.
Like 13 to 16, kind of like that.
Wine's delicious, though. I could definitely drink a bunch of wine.
Yeah.
I get drunk on wine.
But I think this is a good rate of getting drunkenness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Twice as fast as wine seems solid.
But not like you're taking shots.
Exactly.
It's a happy medium between the two.
Well, I want to say I've had rice wine. And is that just
That's what this is.
Yeah, but like I had it at a bar that didn't have their liquor license. So is that, you think that was like lower percentage rice wine?
I don't know. It means you don't know what percentage. It
No,
means it's probably moonshine.
It was in like a bottle. They were like wine shooters, but they were rice wine shooters.
Okay.
So it did.
I'm pretty sure it's just sake, and they just said rice wine to sound different.
I guess so.
Yeah, sake is just, it's wine made of rice.
Well, the bar
Almost
didn't have a
positive.
liquor license. It's not like they were that fancy.
Yeah.
You could smoke indoors. So
How did you know they didn't have their liquor license?
it was
Were they
down
like,
in
here you...
Tallahassee, and William informed me that they didn't have their liquor license. Because I was like, he's like, you want to do some wine shooters? And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it's rice wine. I was like, what are we doing? And he's like, well, they don't have a liquor license, so it's beer, rice wine, and fucking like...
Oh, that's funny. This is the strongest. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like
they
that's
could
what
serve
they could
alcohol. I thought you were saying like they couldn't serve alcohol.
Oh no,
They're
they
like,
could serve beer.
They're like, by the way, we don't have our liquor license, but just let us know. Like,
no, not like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you need a specific liquor license as a bar.
Yeah,
They
so I
might
guess
have had fruit. I
rice
don't know.
wine
It was
is
a
like-
weird spot.
rice wine is like as strong as you can get without a regular liquor
They
license.
lost their like privilege to servers, so now they've like been downgraded.
To
They're like,
just-
people are getting too fucked up.
Yeah.
Will, if you're listening, you can correct us on that one. You can comment and correct. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It's shout out to the Palace down in Tallahassee, Florida.
Nice.
I think Will's actually banned from that bar technically.
For what? What did he do?
I don't know. He went there too much.
No. They're like, that's enough of you.
Not in a bad way. Like I think he got into some sort of argument or something. But he goes back, or maybe his roommate was banned. Someone was banned, but they would always go back anyway. It was one of those places.
Okay.
There were people sleeping at the bar, so
Like in the morning?
we went there. I don't know, during the day.
Okay.
Like sleeping, waking up, drinking their beer, and then going back to sleep at the bar. It's that kind of place.
Okay.
Very smoky.
Yeah.
Fun time.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
We've had some fun times these past week or so, or 2-3 weeks. You and I, we went on a
Went to Nashville.
a little bit of a journey.
That was pretty
The
sweet.
Moose Lounge went mobile. We almost recorded a podcast.
Yeah.
I brought my microphone.
We brought it, but we didn't get around to it.
we were busy.
Usually we were
Busy
either
boys.
drinking or tired. It's basically our two modes of being.
Or driving.
Or driving.
Yes.
But I also still drinking or
sleeping.
tired.
We would
Yeah.
never drink and drive. So we had to drink, sleep, then drive. That was a lot of our
Drink,
journey.
sleep, then drive.
But we drove down to Dallas, Texas, and we stopped in Nashville. Had a little bit of a fun time and
It's awesome.
saw some cool bears and
And we discussed that the homeless people in Nashville have better signs
yes,
than New
they
York
have
homeless. They're like
way
witty,
better
they're
signs.
funny. Dude, what were some of them? I can't even remember now.
I'm sure if I Google Nashville,
But it was more stuff like "will dance for money." You know, the homeless people in New York, they're not even offering you anything.
homeless signs.
Some of them are.
Let's see.
A lot of them though are just offering to stop annoying you. That's
No, these are not. Maybe if I type in funny, they were funny.
they were good, although obviously not memorable.
No,
We
not
can't, we
memorable.
can't remember a single one.
But I know what you're saying. They were good. I kind of want to just be like back at Google as my homepage. Keep things safe.
Boom. You should bookmark it. So you can just click back each time. Save yourself time.
What do you mean bookmark it?
Like add it so it's a little thing at the top. Google.
Well, that we didn't find anything there. So.
Okay.
But I know what you're saying. I guess I could do that, for this.
I meant like do it Google so you can get back to Google quickly as you get deep into the web.
Oh, to Google. Yeah. I see.
It's like a hot tip. Idea. Telling people about bookmarks.
Just saying Google. I don't want it to be in my search. Google.com.
You act like we're going to Google such awful things. We're about to discuss types of bodies of water. Like that's Brian. I noticed you spent 30 minutes on streams.
You are in so much trouble. Google. Here we go. Now I just pop back real quick. Okay.
You went stream to river to ocean. What's going on?
Yeah, I guess we should intro the episodes. Yeah, right?
Today we're going to be deciding the best type of body of water.
Wow.
Which is a long sentence.
That's one of the things we're going to be discussing.
What are the others?
The best types of everything. This is the Moose Lounge best.
Oh, this is best of everything?
Yeah. Well, we're going to do like a bunch. We can't spend the whole episode on
Well, bodies. I thought we were going to like discuss each type of body of water.
No. And
then
I think we keep it brief. We do a couple of best ofs. We got
what are the other bests? Then?
Well, I think we can, I think that once we get to the bodies of waters, it'll more... And see how the conversation flows. We can see how many...
Now that we've ranked bodies of water...
I definitely think...
I'm thinking cheeses.
Best what?
No, I'm just trying to think of stuff best water cheeses. Reminded me of.
I think we could do like best junk food ever, or like your best like food.
Best junk food.
But your favorite food.
We're revealing how unprepared we are right now. We're preparing live.
We're not unprepared.
We're preparing right now.
We've had 3 full weeks to prepare for this.
6. We've had like 6. No, like 4.
Well, with this new editing tool, we're going to chop shit.
It's going to chop it up. Yeah.
We're going to be throwing so many visuals out there, we're not going to know what to do. We're going to look so prepared. Okay, so we're going to go with bodies of water.
Yeah, we'll start with bodies of water. Well, I mean, I guess you don't need to look at the list then. I'll kind of know. I kind of already have my answer. Do you have a preferred body of water?
Yes.
What is it?
The ocean.
Yeah, the ocean's got to be the best.
Wow. You thought you knew fucking all the bodies of water.
What? Name one I wouldn't know.
A cove.
I know what a cove is.
An estuary.
I do not know what an estuary is.
A fjord.
Yeah, fjord. Yes, I know what that is.
And did you know a glacier was a body of water?
It's not what. That's bullshit, dude. It's a solid. Number 1 requirement to be a body of water is to be a liquid.
A glacier is a persistent body of dense ice that is constantly moving under its own weight.
No, Google's confused by what we mean. That's not. It's a body of ice. That's what it is.
Is a glacier a body of water? I think it qualifies because it's technically melting and moving.
No, dude. An ice skating rink is not a type of body of water. It's a solid. It has to be a liquid to be a body of water.
When it melts, it's a body of water.
Yeah, and then it's a body of water.
So it's just a melted ice skating rink?
Yeah, dude, is a cloud a body of water? Does that fall? What's if a glacier is a body of water?
It might be a body of water.
Oh my god. The vape smoke a 13-year-old blows out, is that a body of water? Or is that...
Yo, bro, watch me do this body of water trick.
Dude, check this out. All these temporary bodies of water.
I agree. I'm being a little dramatic. So
yeah.
I think that what would you qualify as the real bodies of water? We got lakes, oceans, rivers. Are streams and rivers the same thing?
Maybe harbor, but that kind of is
I feel like you always say rivers and streams. Like it
rivers
is like
and streams, but they're not. It's just different sized rivers.
True, but
or different sized streams.
I guess streams are pretty much small rivers.
Yeah,
that's
it.
Then there's ponds, which is just kind of a small lake.
Yeah.
And
a lake, which is kind of a small ocean. It goes all the way to the top.
Honestly, if there's Great Lakes, that kind of means there has to be really great lakes or great.
It kind of implies all the other lakes are just meh.
And kind of shit lakes.
These are the great ones.
Oh, they're just good lakes, you think?
Yeah. Yeah, a little pretentious.
Are there okay lakes?
Yeah. It's like, there's a street joke. It's like, I'm tired of these stuck-up bodies of water. It's like, get over yourself, Lake Superior.
Lake Superior has arrived. Mm-hmm. Those lakes are pretty fucking great, though.
But here's the thing. Ocean, I agree, is the best. Because, like, an ocean is to a lake what a shower is to a bath.
I guess
one of them feels more gross.
Are there any oceans that are smaller than any lakes? Like, is there any lake bigger than an ocean?
No.
You're confident in that?
No. Yes, I am confident. No lakes bigger than oceans. There are lakes that are bigger than seas.
Dude, how many oceans are
we didn't even think of a sea.
Is the sea different than the ocean?
Yeah.
I thought that was just different phonetics.
It's like a subsection of the ocean. But sometimes it's isolated.
Long Island like the sound?
I'm pretty
is
sure
the sound different?
The sound is like the name of.
Oh, now you know what I mean? Just being an ass.
No, I'm not. That's like I don't know. The sound is a type of water. It's probably like a harbor or a cove of some kind, but it's not an inlet. I think it's an inlet. The sound is an inlet.
Body of water?
What?
Isn't it an inlet body of water?
Yeah, it'd be a type of body of water. Sure.
So, what's the difference between the sea and the ocean?
The difference between the sea, I'd say the sea is, the sea can be, it's like a small portion of salt water. It's a smaller portion, because like there are some inland seas.
Seas are smaller than oceans and are usually located where the land and ocean meet. Typically, seas are partially enclosed by land. Are the sea and the ocean the same? Seas are generally smaller. Yeah, I guess I still don't really fully understand. It's just a
small little section.
Okay.
You know.
So,
because if you're
how many oceans?
Imagine you're sailing from one place to the other, and you're a sailor, and you're in the Atlantic Ocean, and he's like, "Where are you headed?" The Atlantic. So you have to have names for like the smaller parts. You know.
There's only 4 oceans.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot more seas.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay, yeah.
Well, oceans. The Indian Sea is, I guess it's
the Indian Ocean.
But there is an Indian Sea as well, I believe.
Is there?
Like the Mediterranean Sea.
The Mediterranean's a sea.
Isn't that a huge sea?
The Caribbean, sure. I don't really know where it falls in the ranking of seas.
Who's unprepared now?
I didn't know you'd be quizzed on.
Well, I'm gonna have questions. Give Mouse a cookie, dude. He's gonna fucking ask.
It's true. Sea is good.
Okay, so then ocean's the easy answer.
Ocean is.
There's only 4 of them. Obviously,
some people might like rivers, and there are definitely some lake people.
Yeah, no, our friend Hannah's a lake person.
Yeah. Is she still?
She lives by the lake.
She lives by the.
No, she's probably an ocean person now. You're right. It's wherever he lives. Closest body of water.
But it's your preference. Your preference makes you one or the other.
True, and I do appreciate a good lake that is like calm, where you can do water sports on. Like the water is pretty. But I guess there's nice water. There's nice ocean.
The problem with lakes is like if you throw a little trash in the lake, then you come back 30 years later, you're still kind of swimming with that trash.
Yeah.
Well, with the ocean, not that I would ever throw trash.
What kind of fucking logic is this?
Or if you pee, you know what I mean? It's like everyone. The ocean, it kind of feels like okay, it's spread out more.
You can definitely pee in a lake.
No, you can. But I'm saying you come back 20 years later and you're still swimming in that same pee.
No, fish and shit handle that.
What do you mean?
I don't know. They like filter it out.
I don't know that. What?
And like the sea lake or the
they just filter out like some of the oxygen from it.
I mean, you shower after the ocean and the lake.
The point is, the ocean kind of diffuses it a little way better.
Well, trust me, I'm team ocean. Like, I do appreciate a good, like, salty bath.
That's why pee is a bad example. Something a little more solid. Like, you throw some radioactive materials. That's another bad example.
Again, not great to throw into the ocean.
Something that's going to, but better to throw. Because the next time you come back, it's probably not still there.
Yeah, because it's, like, killing some society.
I guess what I'm trying to get at with poor examples is that the shit stuff in a lake stays there longer than it does in the ocean. Like, if there's some gross stuff in the lake, it's still going to be there years later. Whereas if there's some gross stuff at some part
the bottom of
the
most
beach,
lakes are pretty scary and terrifying.
Yeah.
But that's because of, like, plants.
Yeah, there's more plants. The ocean stops all that nonsense.
That's what I'm saying.
These plants out of here.
The lake plants take care of all that.
Oh, but dude, plantless lakes, I've been to one. Mm-hmm. It was like a recently man-made lake for some reason, and it seemed weird. It seemed bland.
Yeah.
Because that made it seem more like a pond. Because I was like, it's kind of too
man-made.
Too obvious that this is not supposed to be.
Are there man-made lakes, or are they just all ponds at that point? I guess if it's big enough.
I wonder. You should look at the difference between a lake and pond. Mm-hmm. I wonder if it's like a, cubic meters of water or something.
May surprise you to know there's no technical difference between lakes and ponds. According to the national parks, however, general rule of thumb is that a body of water is large, and if it's deep, it's a lake. If it's short and shallow, it's a pond.
It's no difference. God, what are names for?
I don't know, man. It's just because people are like, nah, that's his Lake George.
It seems like that happens a lot.
I guess lakes Pond also George. Have names. You don't have Pond George.
Yeah, you could. The Great Ponds doesn't sound as nice as the Great Lakes.
Headed up to the Great Ponds this weekend for some sitting.
Pond Superior.
Pond shit. What do you even do with a pond? I guess you can fish on a pond.
Yeah, you fish. We used to hunt for frogs.
Yeah, some ponds. Frogs. Yeah. That's what I was
trying to get some frogs.
Pond frogs. Mm-hmm. Like this, my neighbors live up in New Hampshire on a lake, but it's pretty. I mean, it's not that big, but they fish on that lake in like boats. I feel like lake life is definitely better than pond life.
Pond life is not. It's not a life. You don't center your life around a pond. That'd be pretty depressing. When I think of pond, I think of like a 20-foot in diameter puddle. You know?
Yeah. No. But like you said, this guy had a big. I guess, like you said, it was a lake.
Where? Oh yeah, this man-made one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was too big to be, but it felt pond-like because there was nothing on the bottom because it had just been. It was fresh for some reason. What was I going to say? Oh, we had some ponds in our house in Vermont when we were growing up, and we convinced my younger sister to climb out to the middle of one in the middle of November, freezing. And she just because she was like 8, and we told her that she would be queen of the pond. A meaningless title. No power came with this title. And she did it. She did it for the clout. To be queen of the pond.
Did it work out? I thought the story was going to go sour.
No, it didn't go sour. We just couldn't believe she was doing it. We thought I would have required more incentive to climb to the middle of the pond in November in Vermont.
Well, I mean, don't challenge an 8-year-old to do
I guess, but it wasn't even a challenge. It was more like an offer that she could have refused. One of those ones that could just go. Oceans could be... All right, I'll say this, though. Oceans are scariest, also.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, especially the moment you can't feel the bottom anymore. You don't have that same gross senseness below you as the lake, but you have more of a, oh, God.
Well, the ocean, you definitely feel the ominousness. Like, we don't know anything about it. We don't really... Just, like... You can't go that deep. There's way more animals in an ocean. Like I would say, limitless animals that can attack you if you really think about it. Like
and you're so helpless in the ocean.
Like a shark to literally like giant squid.
Yeah, and they all swim 40 times faster than you do. Like it's a joke.
And you're
basically sitting still to them.
I understand that it's like their house, but it's also like if I'm just chilling on the beach, like I'm not like out spearfish or whatever. Like I feel like that's still kind of fucked up on the shark's part. Oh,
but that's what they're thinking every time they get spearfished.
No,
they're
for
like, what the fuck? I'm just hanging out under this raft.
They need to be. We're bad for doing that, but they need to be a little smarter and figure out that not all of us are doing that. You know?
Someone should talk to them.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Sit them down and be like, look, these are the guys you're mad at.
People are friends.
Leave us alone.
They're like, we've seen that fucking movie. It's not gonna work.
Like whenever you're out deep, and you just look down, and especially if you're in murky water, like the Jersey Shore water, where even if you just stick your hand out underwater, you're already like kind of can't see your hand. Oh God, that's terrifying in any scenario.
I guess, would you rather just be eaten by the shark, or would you rather see it coming in like a clear Bermuda water and have like
I'd see it because then I feel like I have a chance to react. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's no guarantee anything I do stops it, but at least then I try. Otherwise,
can see
it's just
in that shit, right?
Sorry?
Can they see perfectly fine in the murky water?
Yeah. Don't sharks rely on like not they see perfectly, but they rely on the electric. That's why one of the reasons they're attracted to like the underwater wires.
Oh, I guess they can smell like crazy too.
Yeah, they smell the blood, but also like they detect the electrical output of other fish and stuff.
Should I be Googling this?
You can. I'm pretty confident in that.
I'm
pretty sure that's why they attack the wires, right? Because the wires exude something similar.
Light is defocused. What sharks to see in even low light? Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks like they're using their eyes still.
They do use their eyes, but that's how they do it when it's like all dusty. That's how they find you, but you can't see them.
Well, it's just basically saying they have a mirrored crystals between their retinas called the tapetum lucid. This allows them to see better.
Type like, can sharks detect electricity? It's about getting to the point with Google.
A shark has special receptors located around their head that detects electric fields. These receptors can help find a shark find hidden fish.
Yes.
Under the sand by detecting its heartbeat. They have heartbeat sensors?
That's crazy. Imagine if shark bites are them being concerned. Be like, sir, you're about to have a heart attack. I've been listening closely.
Damn. Literally a heartbeat sensor under the sand. That's nutty.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's so why scary. We have these like fiber optic cables going under the ocean, and sometimes they get chewed up by sharks because they're like, God damn, this is the biggest snake I've ever seen. Like,
it's got a huge heartbeat.
Yeah,
healthy as
a huge constant heart yell. It's not even a heartbeat. It's just a heart scream. So they're like, there's some serious trouble down there. Just the longest beat.
Yeah, the shark trying to put this thing out of its misery. It's actually a mercy killing. Oh
my God! It'd be funny if like they
cardiac arrest.
It'd be funny if like because they detect electrical fields. If like when they get close to the wire, they suddenly have like an episode of Succession beamed into their brain. That's what was coming through the wire.
And they just all of HBO Max
all in 1 second. It's like, oh God. Hours
Every
of television.
Of Netflix just zooms into his brain. Wow.
That'd be crazy.
I mean, I can't imagine what it's like eating a fiber optic cable with shark teeth underwater.
While detecting the electric.
Superconductive, right?
Sorry?
Isn't saltwater superconductive, or?
I don't know.
Like, I guess it. I have no idea. I guess we're gonna find out.
I would guess so, because like aren't like electric eels saltwater? Feels like they would adapt to somewhere.
Saltwater's a good conductor. Yeah. It's greater than normal water. Let's fucking go. I remember science.
Yeah.
I took that shit in high school. Was the last time I took science class. Didn't take a single science class in college.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because I took AP Science in high school and like got credits for it.
That's what it was called, AP Science?
It was AP Bio?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Did you take the AP test?
Yeah, I got like a 3 when I needed like a 4
I bombed on my AP test.
Make it count for something else, but I took the class. I like paid an extra like $80 or something at the beginning of the semester, and it counted as like a in-state class. And if I went to an in-state school, I got credits for it, or like a Northeast school.
Even without a 5.
Yeah, because my grade though counted, so I did it for English and science, and I got like my lowest grade was my senior year of English class because I didn't like my teacher very much, and we ended on bad terms, and I like didn't hand it in something. Senior year, like I was going to college, but that B- literally followed me and was on my report card in college. It's kind of annoying. I was like, fuck, I didn't think this was gonna matter in college. Like, I was literally 18 when I did that, but I mean, didn't matter obviously as well. But
yeah,
it was kind of funny. I was like, that teacher literally had power.
Yeah, the last teacher from high school to really be able to affect you.
He's annoying.
I took AP history in high school, and the day of the test, towards the end of the year, I woke up sick, and I just didn't go to school that day. And I didn't know how big a deal that was for AP tests. Like, that was a huge deal.
Yeah.
Like, the principal was calling my home, like all this stuff. Like, he needs to be here now.
They get basically graded on how their students do.
Yeah, and I showed up. I saw it. Then basically what happened is I didn't take it that day. I still had to take it, and I had to take it with a proctor. So it was a one-on-one proctoring, where some dude sat in this. It was just me and this one other guy in a conference room in my school for 4 hours as I took this test, and he sat there like eating a bagel.
Could you ask him questions or anything?
No, oh God, no, of course not. His whole point was to make sure I didn't get any extra knowledge. And they went through this whole process, and I bombed this test. Yeah. I got almost nothing correct.
That was it AP Physics?
This was AP History.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some like Gio. Shout out to my boy Gio. He pulled up, along with a lot of other students, so high for our AP Physics exam. Like, they just gave up. We had like 32 kids in our AP Physics class, and maybe like 5 or 6 were paying attention, and like 10 were ready-ish to take the test. At least 15 people were just there because they were like letting anyone into that AP.
And it looked good to have it on your
Our
resume.
teacher was like, for this whole second half of the year, was like, if you want to pay attention, come to the front. If you're in the back, just don't make noise. It was like an AP fucking class. It was pretty funny.
That's
and
wild.
So a bunch of kids showed up smacked, and Gio drew like pictures and shit.
It's crazy because he went on to major in physics, right?
Yeah, and be like the smartest fucking math guy in our entire dorm.
That is pretty crazy. Yeah. I took AP physics as well in high school, but only because if you took that class, you got an iPad to use for the year.
Hell yeah!
Which was, I was like, that was the only reason I took it.
I will be an AP physicist.
I was like, God damn, I'd love an iPad.
They let you keep it at the end?
No, God, no. Give it back. But for, you rent an iPad for free for the year.
That's pretty solid.
I had all my shit on there. Like, games, mobile games, a million times better on an iPad.
I mean, they were just starting to incorporate, like, letting us use technology in the classroom, like, when we were growing up in high school. And I remember it, like, immediately leading to just kids texting each other. And, like, it was just bad. Like,
yeah, it was bad.
Books were way harder to fuck around with shit. Like, when you didn't, like, if you had a phone in high school, for the most part, they would take it from you in my high school.
I'm sure. Like, you couldn't have it out in class.
No.
Yeah.
But then, like, towards the end, some kids would be like, oh, the book's on my phone. Like, I remember senior year, and the teacher would be like, fine. Because we did start to allow iPads or something, like some classes with iPads. I remember after I left, like Jack's year, they only had iPads for one class. Like, it was strict iPads only. It's like, okay, that's fucked.
Is that a pen and paper? Get that shit out of here. No, we don't do that here.
We had, like, the smart board just getting installed, and, like, teachers were so bad at it. It was so funny. We convinced one teacher that the smart board calibration was a game, so you had to do it as fast as possible. Like, you had to touch the corners with the pen. So, like, she would always invite a student to come up and try and go as fast, because it would constantly be uncalibrated, and it would be like, calibration. You're like, oh, guys, it's time for the game.
It's uncalibrated because they keep doing it as fast as they can.
We knew. Like, we knew what was going on. She didn't understand. I mean, imagine being, like, a 65-year-old Catholic school teacher.
Yeah, you got to calibrate like, the touch screen.
We're bringing in a fucking smart magic board. They're like, okay. Like,
also, if you've got a touch screen the user has to calibrate, maybe don't release that touch screen yet. Maybe just hold off.
I mean, it was like, you could, I don't remember exactly how it worked, but they had like 4 markers on the bottom, and depending on which one you picked up, it like drew on the board pretty easily.
Different color, yeah. Mm-hmm. No, we had those smart boards.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'll admit it.
For the time, it
exactly.
was good.
Like, in the moment, I was like, fuck yeah. I love the smart board.
But same thing, dude. Like, it was like once or twice a week, it'd be that first half of class would be figuring out something dumb with the smart board. Like, it's not working. And we're just watching the teacher be like, okay, it still says error. I'm just like, all right, this is our Spanish class.
Kids that would like unplug shit, and like it was so easy to mess with such an old teacher. If I was not personally a part of it, but I didn't like step in and help. Like, definitely was a bystander to those crimes.
Oh my god! But like, dude, in my school, laptops were mandatory, so everyone had to have them.
In high school?
In high school.
Wow.
And we had this one Latin teacher whose hearing was kind of bad, like especially in one ear, so she couldn't really tell where stuff was coming from. And people would, she was the Latin teacher, and this one kid would play the, Pharrell Williams, Happy. You know that?
'Cause I'm
happy along if you... He would play it from his laptop. And then she would not be able to pinpoint where it was because her hearing was so bad in one ear. And so she'd be running around the room trying to look at screens. And if she kind of started to get a feel, he'd just shut it off. And then she'd get back to the front of the room. He'd put on, and everyone is, of course, it's all boys school. We're dying laughing. No one's telling her who it is. She gets more and more frustrated. On her last day before she quit, she eventually quit. Not solely because of this guy, but probably mostly because of this guy. She got so frustrated. She ran to the front of class. She was like, and she started doing push-ups in frnt of the class to like. Scary. She had to let out her, that it was physical anxiety.
She was gonna start throwing haymakers. Those were the only 2 options.
I mean, if you think from her perspective, she's looking at 20 high school boys, all with their laptops up.
Yeah.
Somewhere, Happy by Pharrell Williams is playing in the middle of this laptop class, and she can't pinpoint it down.
I mean, that's the thing. It's 20 versus 1 there. Like, if no one's going to rat him out, like, she's losing that game. You guys should have also, multiple people should have chimed in. That's an easy one.
Yeah, oh yeah, totally. But we didn't even need to. She never figured out exactly who it was. And we had a couple of these teachers. The calc teacher was in a wheelchair, so she couldn't go look, and she was so feeble, like just in her personality.
Probably so cruel,
dude, just so cruel. And she'd be like, "Now please stop that." And someone's playing like the most offensive shit on their laptop, and she just, because for her it was one of those electric wheelchairs, so she's not fitting between the aisles of these desks.
That's brutal. We had one teacher who broke her leg, and she got like the scooter, and it was so bad.
Like the one knee scooter, one of those.
So, she'd like roll through the aisles. It's like, oh, you look ridiculous. Like we had some brutal students as well, so like that was not gonna help. I remember once the sub teacher, like a permanent sub, because something happened to her, she had a baby or something. She was like reenacting a war. So we walked in the classroom, split into 2 rooms, and she like had us sit in different sides. She was like, all right, we're going to reenact this war. And so she had us all crumple up paper, and she was like, now when I say go, everyone throw. They started throwing paper, and she said stop, and we like the entire class, we just threw paper. It was the dumbest thing ever.
What grade was this?
We were in high school.
Oh, so okay. Like, I was going to say, it's a dumb move for little kids.
No. We were, I mean, like, once we started, it was basically she ignited a food fight. Like people were hit with paper, so now it was like I'm gonna not stop it. You know, in high school, if like I punched you, you're gonna punch me back, and like it was.
You're like, I gotta
have time to move the desks all back, so we were just sitting like in war position the whole time.
You understand, Miss Dufresne, right?
Yeah. Like, how long do you think that war lasted? I bet you we longer than 42 minutes.
We want the real experience. Yeah, we want to get this whole thing in there.
We had some crazy teachers, man. High school, like, was crazy. You could get a high school teaching job pretty much no matter what you did.
Especially because we were in private schools. It's a little easier.
Do you even need, like, a teaching degree to get a high school teaching job?
Not in private schools.
Really?
Yeah.
You just need to be, like, good at Spanish, and you're, like, the Spanish teacher.
Yeah. And probably, like, if you get hired, you have to go through some certifications. I worked out of high school. I was
just like a coach. It's different.
No, I taught algebra. I was in grad school. At high school.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you have to go to teaching school to teach at public school?
To public school, they're more strict about certifications and that stuff. Private school, I had to go through like some, don't touch the children training kind of thing, but that was it.
You're like, they're actually, some of them will be older than me.
Dude, those trays are so funny. Because the worst case scenario is like you hire someone, they go through it, and they're like, wow, thanks for that training. I learned a lot. Yeah. Like, I was planning on doing all of this.
Whoa,
like,
you can't touch this?
Yeah, thank God you showed me this video.
Seriously, I am very glad this time.
That's like,
yeah, that's actually more scary.
The worst case scenario is that people are learning stuff from these videos of like, don't be racist. Don't be a pedophile. Like, it's like...
I think, honestly, like, sometimes... When they like explain it, I could see like an older generation guy being like, "Oh, I didn't know I couldn't say that."
Yeah, sure.
But yeah,
for the most as a part, rule, it's like just don't.
Hey, did you get fucked last night? It's like, don't say that to your coworker. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty friendly with like a good amount of my coworkers, but like more so than some, and like we'll chat sometimes, and like if we have to say anything kind of not inappropriate, but like a little more inappropriate than work, we'll text. But even then, I'm like, I could probably go to HR with these texts and be like, this is inappropriate for my coworker.
Yeah.
But like realistically, I think they could even say like, well, is that your friend? I wonder how that works if you're friends with your coworkers.
Like, you could totally just sail them under the bus, throw them under the bus.
But I think even like legally, you're allowed to. If it's not at work, I wonder how much HR really has power over. I don't know. Like,
I bet they could. If you made a big enough stink.
Oh, it's not.
And if the text was the right kind of text,
I think it has to be like someone's boss for it to be like inappropriate,
You could be like, this person's been making me feel uncomfortable, and I find it's making me really tough for me to work here. I feel like they're watching me and undressing me with their eyes. And I don't know. I know that this was text and not sent on the official Slack channel, but this is my work environment. You could sell it.
Yeah, watch out.
Watch out.
You know who you are, my friends at work.
Speaking of, my no one at my day job knows that I do comedy.
Yet.
But until now is the story. The other day, my boss viewed my TikTok page, and it gives the notification, obviously. Yeah. And my TikTok page is just my stand-up jokes.
It's pretty much strictly comedy.
So he definitely knows. He hasn't said anything over 2 days, but
maybe he didn't like your stuff.
Maybe he didn't think I was funny. I think he was probably like, he didn't tell them for a reason. I could see him being chill about it and just not mentioning it because I didn't. But it is like, I guess.
He definitely is happy to know.
TikTok jams your friends' TikToks down your throat. Really they want you to follow your friends so bad.
What are you, like, fucking mad that our content's getting pushed out?
Well, I think, like, Instagram and Facebook do it good. You know, like, you go to add friends and, like, do you want to connect your contacts? TikTok is like, you met this guy 7 years ago. You definitely want to see his content. Remember this Uber Eats driver had to get in touch with you? Well, guess what? He does video commentary.
Too. It's like, want to add, like Pizza Hut?
Yeah. And I'm like, no, I do not. Do you want to invite them? They might like our platform. Your customer service number.
Snapchat's really aggressive to add someone on. It's like, you're trying to fucking see my face every second, bitch.
But yeah, so he knows now. I didn't even think about that because I guess I have his phone number, He's my boss.
He's like, maybe he doesn't know who Eddie Stone is.
But he definitely knows who I am when he sees me do jokes.
You're not in math mode. You're in comedy
That's
mode.
funny. I have a math joke on TikTok.
Oh, no.
And he's like, if he's wondering, he's like, maybe it's Eddie, maybe it's not. And then I start talking about statistically, and he's like, it's now the odds are be crazy.
If I Google your name, is like what comes up?
If you type in Eddie Stone, I think there's there's more famous Eddie Stones. There's a porn star. There's a guy that runs some like, what's this?
No, you can get more followers. He's the CEO of The Good Inside.
I was gonna say there's at least one CEO.
What is The Good Inside?
It sounds like a vagina.
Kind of. I'm trying to get in the good inside.
The good inside. You're gonna let me in that good inside?
Come on. Founder and CEO. Fucking balls. Let me.
How many followers does he have?
He's got 1,300.
Yeah, that's still more
Touchstone
than me.
Essentials.
Touchstone. I was gonna say it's Stone something. What do they do?
I don't.
Pools. It looks like.
We're the change disruptors, rebels of supplement industry.
The supplement industry?
Yeah,
so like vitamins?
Healthy shit. I guess that makes sense. The good inside.
That's still just sounds so sexual to me. The good inside. Especially the way you're saying it. You're like, that good inside.
Trying to get that good inside.
Good inside.
Unlocking your parenting playbook. Now this. Wait.
Are you tired of that bad outside? Well, boy, do we have a product for you.
I mean, you can. How many followers do you have?
I have like 350-ish.
What if I type in Eddie Stone comedy?
Oh, I come up then.
Oh,
yeah, dude, I've got
comedian from New York.
The Eddie Stone comedy.
Oh, baby. Open comedy? What is this? Private video?
I don't
know.
You
gotta fix this, dog.
What is that?
I don't know.
What are you on, dude? What is that? Oh, open comedy. Oh, you're right. I do have to fix that.
Yeah, come on, dude. You got one fan.
Hell yeah.
Wavy fucking McGuire.
We don't need to look at this guy. He's just a random comic.
He's your only fan, dude. Throw him.
I know, but I don't know who he is.
And your favorite is the old movie. Oh, is this from?
Yeah, those are the guys. And this is where I got that gig in Jersey from this website.
That's literally the first thing that comes up when you type in Eddie Stone.
Oh, well, that's
so
a bummer.
Your SEO is
just means how
slacking.
It just means I've been poor on every other platform.
Then we got YouTube.
Nice. YouTube is second. Hell yeah. I released to all our fans, I released a short comedy film that you guys should check out.
Yeah.
If you care to.
I
had a stranger comment and say it was funny on the YouTube video.
Hilarious.
That was nice.
Sporting.
But yeah, it's not doing great at 400
type
views.
In Moose Lounge podcast on YouTube. Where do we? Oh.
Yeah, dude, we passed him.
Past who?
Fuck those guys. We can't just review
88 subscribers.
Yeah, no.
Savages. All right, I guess we'll just keep this one to fucking Bodies of Water then.
Yeah. I mean, what are we at right now?
We're at 39 minutes. Seems like a pretty solid time to start the jokes. Maybe keep it a little lighter.
Keep it short.
I noticed you guys were chopping off around 42 minutes.
So we're gonna, in order to improve our search results.
But yeah, if you guys have any ideas you want us to talk about or any topics in particular that you would like us to touch on, just let us know in the comments
Let us
below.
know in the comments.
We do this for you guys, so without you, we're nothing. Actually, that's not true. We were nothing without you, and we'll be fucking something without you as well.
That didn't make sense. You basically admitted you're like, we were already nothing without you.
So we were nothing without you, and we will still be something without you.
But you just said we're nothing. So you said you can't say still be something.
We were
now or something.
I said, well, we're kind of nothing right now.
That's what I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But we will be something, even if we don't get a bunch of fucking subscribers. We have each other.
I guess. All right. If that was the message, I agree.
People will get it.
Also, the second joke is on the other side of this, so don't crumple it up and throw it after you tell it.
Good call.
Yeah.
I was totally going to do that.
I know you were. That's after the second joke.
They knew I were. All right. You want to go first? Or you want me to lead them? Actually, yeah, you go first.
Sure. Topping this year's list of bad gifts to give your aging grandmother, bonds that will mature in 5 to 10 years. They're bad. It may be important to invest in your future, but not always.
I thought I misheard you, and I thought you said Asian grandmother.
Oh, did I? I might have slurred. Let me go again.
You might have slurred?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, Eddie. Jesus.
Like that. He's slurring his words. It's all just racial slurs.
Jesus.
Topping this year's list of bad gifts to get your aging grandmother. Bonds that will mature in 5 to 10 years. How was that? Less slurry?
A little less slurry.
Fewer slurs in that telling of the joke.
Way less racist. Significantly less. A little more ageist, but less racist.
Okay, I'll take that. That's a step in the right direction.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, God.
My handwriting's no good.
It's actually a pretty solid joke.
I don't know what it is.
CVS has been locking up their condoms in the store, begging the question, who's sleeping with these broke guys? Come on.
It's on you, ladies.
Stealing condoms?
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good point. Ladies, if you're sleeping with a guy who busts out a condom, ask for the receipt. Be safe.
You ask for the receipt. Also, thief. Ladies out there, not to pitch myself, but I can afford condoms. So at a bare minimum, I'm going to step up.
Right? Not stealing condoms. That's like one of the Hinge options. Like steals condoms.
Can you afford condoms?
Maybe.
Yeah. You're like, I'm not against birth control.
No,
I just can't afford it. It's kind of it's a fiscal issue for me.
Yeah.
That's why I have to raw dog.
Babe, this is not because I love raw dog. This is strictly financial.
Babe, you don't know how bad I want to be safe. But that's not the issue here.
Have you seen the economy right now?
Have I not stressed enough how broke I am? I can eat or we can have safe sex. What you want me to starve? Is that what you're saying? You want? That's a good joke.
Cool. Good stuff.
I just did that one. In recent news, activists have filed an official complaint against Sasquatch Ski Resort for their potentially racist name, stating that if they're real, they're offended. Sasquatches. They might be. I think we need to be sensitive.
I'm sure they would have written in by now if they existed.
Well, they're torn between
exposing
the pain they feel in their hearts at that ski resort name and their desire to remain anonymous.
It's true.
It's tough because they kind of have to pick.
They have to live in animosity, but
I think it's on us to write letters on their behalf.
All right, who do we write? I mean, is
it's
there
a
a real Sasquatch
ski
resort?
resort?
We gotta find out.
There's gotta be one, dude. That's a solid ski resort name. Sasquatch. It's like what Bigfoot is.
Yeah. Official men of Sasquatch Mountain Resort.
Where is it?
Fucking British Columbia. We're going there.
Oh, hell yeah. Is it a good mountain?
Well, oh my God, these sons of bitches are rubbing it in. They got his face on the fucking logo.
I'm sure it's some racist caricature of what a Sasquatch is.
Oh my, I'm offended.
Oh,
he is the mountain.
Thank God. We do need to write these guys letters.
We will definitely be writing them up. All those mountains. Kind of looks fucking sick. I wonder why they're named that. Let's mute our mic so you read me this word.
I just had to read him a word of the joke.
Yeah, I couldn't read
that sudden silence was.
I just got exposed as having ghostwriters.
Well, Mike Stan wrote all of these. I just read his handwriting better. Michael Stan.
Michael Stan. Shout out to you. Yeah. I support the U.S. Navy, but how did they settle on that color?
Yeah, no. We don't call the Air Force magenta. No, that's not. It's the Coast Guard, not Tickle Me Pink. That'd be ridiculous.
They're lifeguards, not just bright red guards.
Red guards? That sounds like the Russian super police.
Russian super police.
The red guards.
Or the Russian superheroes at the very least.
I should
have throw it now, correct?
Oh yeah, you can throw them now.
Nice. Gonna get us through.
We gotta shoot for the hoop. You go first.
I'm gonna try and beam this through.
Oh, it was close.
It rimmed out.
This is gonna be a lofty air ball, but through the hole because there's no net. Nope, super short. Oh, I have one other I thought of earlier.
Let's hear it off the dizome.
Well, as you know, I had some medical issues. I'd have a colostomy, or not a colostomy. Oh my God,
Jesus!
I'd have a prostate exam recently.
Okay. And
it was over in 1 second. I felt like I had to apologize to the doctor. I'm like, sorry. Usually I last longer than that.
Do you think he just works quick? Maybe
he's like, it's okay.
He gets.
You know what? I'm just gonna head out.
Yeah, he's super embarrassed.
And I'm like, oh, this is so embarrassing. Oh my God, it's been a while.
Did you give him some cab fare?
Well, yeah, of course. I ordered him an Uber home. Yeah, and I was like, if you could just not mention this to your friends or anything. Like, this is not. What if I need another prostate exam later? Yeah,
I'm sure there's a website you can go to
get a free prostate exam.
I got a couple for
an amateur prostate exam.
Yeah, an off-the-grid amateur prostate exam.
I wonder if the rate of prostate cancer is way lower in gay communities because they detect it so much earlier.
I don't know.
That would be funny.
I don't know if
it would also make sense, right? Because they're just more involved. They would notice a change in that area before you or I might.
Yeah, I guess, but
I'm just saying it's a health benefit of being gay. Less prostate cancer.
I have no clue. I'm not going to chime in on this. I don't know how any of it works.
I think it's another positive.
I hope that everyone is safe, but I could imagine that's more noticeable. It
stands to reason that the more you check your prostate, early detection is key in these cases. Everyone knows that.
Should I be gay to make sure my prostate's safe?
Only if I'd really you should be gay like once every few years over 30.
Well, then I might as well just get the prostate exam. It seems like a more direct checking method. Because also it's like, is my partner going to really know? Like, the doctor knows what he's looking for.
That's true. You have to have the partner for a while because he has to notice a change.
Yeah, you have to be gay and committed.
It's a bigger investment to go this route for a prostate exam. It's a little bit.
Some one-off guy, unless that one-off guy is like a super whore, and he just knows. Like, he's been in so many prostates.
He knows what a regular prostate feels like.
You gotta check your shit.
Just like, I'm not saying this.
It's like, I've been in a lot, and I just trust me. Like, maybe that's like his thing. It's like one of those.
And you're like, I thought you said I was special.
He's like, I could just tell, and I'm doing this for you.
Like, your life is more important than that shallow lie I told you. This
is like the Batman of prostate exams.
He's not the hero you want, but the hero you need right now.
He does it all like by the law, like consensual.
Yeah.
Like, he makes sure you're interested, but then he leaves immediately in the night after telling you your terrible news. Damn, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Is that how we end this?
I think that's how we
episode.
The Batman about prostate cancer. All right, wonderful. Peace, guys. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for tuning in. I hope this was a good episode with our excellent plan.
Felt good. I thought there were some laughs in there.
I think we got some good, solid reviews, and maybe we'll see how the screen.
I'm excited about that. Very that could change the game.
Hopefully, it all worked.
Yeah.
There's like that YouTube video's playing the whole time.
Oh my god, dude! It's constantly like, have you heard about Timmy? Whatever it was playing.
It's like Rick Ross from the '90s.
Oh yeah, no, who was it? It was you went P Diddy or something?
P Diddy, yeah.
But yeah, you may be familiar with these '90s rapper P Diddy. You know his son went to my high school?
I didn't. I remember hearing that. Should I stop recording?
Yeah, you can stop recording. And
bye.